Oh, hey y'all, how you doing? Welcome to my channel. If you've never been here before, I'm so glad you found me. Welcome to my weird little corner of the internet. Well, one of them. Hi, I'm your weird witchy Italian Slavic cousin, here to bring you some weird tarot astrology messages. Please make sure you're subscribed to both of my channels. This one here, my ASouthernStrega Studies channel, and my main channel where there's 30,000 little weirdos that hang out, ASouthernStrega Tarot. All right, links will be in the description box below. The inspiration for unboxing this deck today, and we are doing an unboxing, was the gnarly astrology coming up for the rest of October. Unless you're a Scorpio, you're pretty much gonna be thrown to the wolves coming up. So yeah, there's that. I just made a whole entire video explaining what the F I'm talking about with that astrology stuff. That link is also in the description box below. Please check that out. I am begging you, because it's some crazy times coming up next couple weeks and throughout the rest of the year and into next year. If you guys want a personal reading, that info is also below. I'm running all kinds of crazy specials for October, for spooky season, and throughout Scorpio season. So check those out, all right? Today we are unboxing the Stranger Things Tarot. That's upside down. Way to go. Great job, unboxer. All right, here we go. Don't mind my Lilith tats. Yeah, Netflix's Stranger Things Tarot deck and guidebook. You know I live for a guidebook, all right? I'm going to unbox this deck. I'm going to do a quick 3-card pull for all 12 Zodiac signs. I will do my best to throw the timestamps down there, but if it takes me a little while, don't be that annoying Virgo that says timestamps, because they're coming. They're coming, I promise. Anyways, guys, let's get to this unboxing, all right, and reveal. So you guys know I love pop culture. I've unboxed several pop culture decks on this channel before. I recently just did the Hocus Pocus Tarot. So far, my initial response just to seeing the box, the back, and the price point, which is, I believe, $27.99. Yeah, $27.99 US and then $36.99 Canadian. Pretty standard for your pop culture decks. Same size, same kind of box, same kind of packaging. Looks like the same kind of quality, even though this one is not made by Disney. This feels very much the same. Same kind of price point, because you know you got to pay for that licensing fee when you use, you know, brands and already established, you know, copyrighted things. If you like the show, obviously I would say get it just to get it if you're a fan. I do like the show, all right, but I'm going to preface this by saying I've only seen seasons 1 and 2. I didn't even make it all the way through 2, all right? I've got 2 small children and I have not been able to finish it, okay? So I'll be reviewing this as someone who has a general working knowledge of the series and some of the characters, but not a full one. I am not a diehard. I mean, I am a diehard as in I love the show and I can't wait to finish it. But I am not the one to be able to tell you all of the lore and the backstories, and I'm not into the canon yet. So I haven't watched all the episodes. Give me some time though. I'll catch up eventually. So yeah, let's unbox this deck and see what's going on with that. I picked this deck for the astrological reasons that are stated in that video. I want to take a look at what's going on in this sunken place, all right, for us. So let's get started. Nothing on the inside of the box. Standard cardboard box. You've got things on all of the sides. So you made by Insight Editions. Why does that sound like Inside Editions? P.S. I'm obsessed with that YouTube channel. Written by Casey Gilly and illustrations by Sandor Sazale. That's a fancy name. There's their names right there. I am not familiar with either one of these people. I don't know if they've done other decks or not. Couldn't tell you off the top of my head. I don't recognize the names. Standard little guidebook. Looks like a little confidential file. It's pretty cool. We have our cards. Please ignore my dirty fingernails. I was just gardening. I'm really trying my best to grow food and stuff. Wish me luck. So yeah, pretty standard cards. cards are a little thin compared to the Disney ones. They also don't have the glorious, you know, Disney metallic banding or anything like that. They're pretty plain. I would give the cards quality wise probably like a 6 out of 10. Not the best quality, especially for this price point. Pretty flimsy. I feel like they'll be easier to they'll be easier to shuffle though. But as far as durability goes, it's like for the long term, I don't think it's gonna, you know, pan out that well. There is the back of the cards. There is a preview of, you know, what's on the cards. Ace of Spokes. What are spokes? Are those swords or wands? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's pop this guidebook open and see what it says first. Actually, you know what? Let me read you the back. The back says, Netflix's Emmy award-winning series Stranger Things has captivated the imaginations of millions of viewers all around the world. Now fans can experience the series like never before with the first official Stranger Things tarot deck. Featuring original artwork inspired by classic tarot iconography, this 78-card deck compromises both major and minor arcana and depicts fan-favorite characters, imagery, and themes from Stranger Things. It includes a fully illustrated 78-card deck and a 124-page guidebook. All right, that was on the back. Let's take a look at this guidebook. I am a Venus and Gemini, so I'm a huge nerd. I have a doctorate degree and I am a trained litigator. I love to read, I love to learn, I love a guidebook, okay? Let's see, Stranger Things tarot deck and guidebook. We got the table of contents right here. It says, welcome to Hawkins, where things are strange and just keep getting stranger, all right? Contents, it says meeting your deck on page 4, and then it busts out into the major arcana. It looks like there's about 2 pages for each major arcana given as far as descriptions goes. The minor arcana, they have changed the name of all of them, all right? So they have the suit of strands, the suit of scoops, I'm guessing that is cups, suit of dice, I'm guessing that is pentacles, suit of spokes, I'm guessing like bicycle spokes, so like metal, but I feel like they should be wands because like it's so childlike, I don't know. So I'm guessing strands is wands and spokes is swords. Then it says tarot readings down here. It says the readings, new in town, a curiosity voyage, out of that cave, power surge, and then there's an about the author and about the illustrator. I'm going to skip over the meeting your tarot deck because if you've watched my channel before, you already know that I do not like to tell people how to initiate their tarot decks. I don't need to initiate my tarot decks. The decks are a vessel for me to channel. I am a channeler. I don't care if you give me playing cards. I'm going to channel my message. I don't need to initiate my decks or do any of that stuff to use them, all right? Some people feel the need to do that. I'm not one of them. I make this a very personal choice. Whatever you choose to make yourself comfortable using this deck is how you should do that, okay? So I'm gonna skip the meeting your deck part. The major arcana explained, it gives you the 22 of the 78 cards, map of Hawkins. These would be the primary thoroughfares and freeways in and out of town, as the major arcana represents significant events in life. They begin with the Fool, Will Byers, who meets 21 other fascinating archetypes on his journey. Within the major arcana are life-changing moments of personal growth and universal human experiences. So I'm guessing that all the major arcana are going to depict some kind of scene that, you know, Will experienced or saw or encountered on his journey through the series so far. It says when major arcana cards appear in your reading, they speak to critical lessons, or if upside down, facing away from the subject of the reading, can warn you of the dangers of not heeding these lessons, all right? And then it gives you, okay, so it's not a very large description of the majors. It is a full page color picture of it, and then it is a 1-page description, partly for upright and partly for reversed. That is a, I don't like that. I don't feel like that's enough information. I feel like that's kind of phoning it in. I'm not going to read any of them to you because I'm going to do the readings for you guys, and I will read the description of the cards when I do your reading, okay? So you'll get samples of what they sound like when you're trying to interpret from the book. So yeah, that's all the majors. They look beautiful thumbing through. The minor arcana explained, it represents your actions and choices. On a map of Hawkins, these would be the sites that you most commonly visit. meeting your friends at the library, cruising the roller rink, or going for a bike ride down your street. These are day-to-day experiences, temporary in nature, but still important as they relate to your patterns of behavior. If upside down, they can encourage you to think differently about your current situation. Before each suit, you will find a detailed description of what types of experience they focus on. You might notice common themes for the numbers across the suits. For example, the aces always speak to new beginnings, but depending on which suit it's from, it will indicate new beginnings in different parts of your life. All right, pretty basic. The suit of strands is connected to the element of fire, and in other decks are known as the suit of wands. All right, cool. Think light, warmth, and passion, sparking feelings of creativity and motivation, but like fire, the strands can also represent the destructive capabilities of such raw power. When you see the strands in your reading, reflect on their meanings as they relate to your willpower, your ego, your sense of self, and your direction in life. The suit of scoops corresponds to the suit of pentacles. Oh, I was wrong about that. Scoops is the suit of pentacles, which deals with the material aspects of life, finances, physical health, professional success, and responsibility. They correspond to the element of earth, so think about the solid foundations and reliability terra firma provides. The suit of dice corresponds to the suit of swords. Oh, I was way off. And is associated with the element of air. These don't make sense. Like, intuitively, I feel like spokes should have been wands. Strands should have been swords. Scoops should have been cups. And dice should have been pentacles. Dice reminds me of gambling, money, Taurus energy, but whatever. All right, the suit of dice corresponds to the suit of swords and is associated with the element of air, ruling over intellect, ambitions, and advancing yourself in the game. The situations described by the suit of dice are interpersonal struggles, the way that you process your thoughts, and how you turn mental energy into actions, much like gameplay. I mean, I guess that makes sense, strategy, games. When the dice are thrown in your reading, they are advising on how you take your turn. Will you use it for a positive outcome, a negative decision? The choice is yours. The suit of spokes corresponds with the suit of cups, aligned with the element of water. Think about your love for your first bike, the freedom of movement, the spontaneous adventures, and being carried away by the enthusiasm of youth. See, that sounds like fire energy to me, though. I don't like whoever authored this. I don't feel like I would like to know this person's background on tarot, because that's more explaining wand energy to me. Spontaneity, freedom, like that's Knight of Wands. That's not Knight of Cups. These cards represent being ruled by your emotions and deal in matters of the heart, which can be both exhilarating and challenging. Yeah, and then it gives you, there's a one page with a mini picture. All right. My biggest beef with these pop culture decks, and it looks like this one didn't do it entirely. A lot of times they'll just phone in the minor arcana and just put like 6 coins on it for the 6 of Pentacles. They won't like really, you know, make it special or anything like that. This looks like they have, so I'm excited to see those. Here's what it says about specific readings using these cards. It says, before you begin your reading, make sure you're in a place where you can concentrate, blah, blah, blah. Think about your question, experiment with different threat. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna read those. All right, so here's some different spreads that they suggest. This one's called New in Town. That's what that looks like. I'm just gonna flip through them real fast and see if any of them speak to me. Oh, there's a 3 card. That's what I wanted to do. Curiosity Voyage. This straightforward spread can help guide you when making a difficult decision or when you're seeking clarity on an issue, or help you break out of a pattern. No paddles needed. Card 1, what is at the heart of the issue? Should you tell your friends you're raising a baby demogorgon? Number 2, the action, the mindset to pursue. It's time to head to the junkyard and deal with it. And card number 3 is the action, mindset to avoid. All right, I like that. So card number 1 is the problem. Card number 2 is what you should do about it. And card number 3 is what you should avoid. It says you can't just let your pet get away with eating cats, you know. There's also Out of That Cave. All right, this is a 4-card spread. It says, like a heartfelt letter in Elle's pocket, this spread can provide insight and encouragement when you're going through a tough time, or help you look back on the past to glean wisdom from your experiences. That's probably the spread I'll do on ASouthernStrega Tarot, and then I'll clarify it. There's also Power Surge. It says sometimes it sorry, that's what these look like. There's also another one called Power Surge. That's what that looks like. It's a 4-card spread as well. It says sometimes it can be challenging to see our own strengths, especially if they make us different from our friends. Use this spread to help reconnect with your inner power. I'm going to do that one because Scorpio energy is all about power. I like this. I'm going to use this one instead. Use this spread to help reconnect with your inner power or gain clarity on how to approach a challenging situation. Just don't try to throw any cards with your mind when you're done. Card number 1, what is disconnecting you from yourself? Have you recently been bitten by a mind flayer, perhaps? Card number 2, how can you reignite your spark even if you aren't as powerful as you once were? You can do meaningful things. Card number 3, what will be a grounding force? Never underestimate the value of your best friends and choose family and chosen family. And card number 4, what will keep your energy flowing? Perhaps it's time to consider a move. All right, and then we've got the about the author and about the illustrator. It says about the author, Casey Gilly is the mother of a young goblin, a horror fan, and a comic book writer. The first 2 prepared her for the third. Her work includes Buffy the Last Vampire Slayer, My Little Pony, Generations, and Star Wars Adventures, as well as many tarot decks with insight editions. She resides in she's done many tarot decks with insight editions. Okay. She resides in Portland, Oregon, where she divides her time between writing creepy books, hanging out with her cats, and growing tropical plants. Yes, but is she a tarot reader? If you're not a tarot reader, you should at least consult a tarot reader when you are, making a tarot deck. It would probably be helpful. Okay. Not taking away from her talent. She's clearly a great fantasy writer and sci-fi writer. So yes, it's probably good little tidbits in here. As far as the accuracy to normal tarot, maybe not, all right? But that doesn't matter. All decks have a different use. About the illustrator, Sandor Sazale has been in the graphics profession for 20 years, working under the name Sunny5, with much of his work related to mashups of different films and pop culture. Specializing in 80s nostalgia and movie key art, Sazale considers Stranger Things to be one of television's defining series. I agree. It's so nostalgic. It's such 6 of Cups energy for me. I love it. All right. All right, let's do this flip through. What are we starting with? The Ace of Spokes. Spokes are cups, all right? So there's the Ace of Cups. Your first bike tire. 2 of Cups. Aww. Looks like Mike and 11 riding together. Or maybe Max. I don't know who that is. 3 of Spokes. 4 of Spokes. 5 of Spokes. 6 of Spokes. Oh, that's cute. 7 of Spokes. It's like cotton candy dreams. Love is so confusing. Melt in your mouth. 8 of Spokes. Gone with the wind, man. That's some 8 of Cups energy. Gone with the wind. 9 of Spokes. What was the 5? I don't see that one that well. 4 of Spokes. Oh yeah, look up. 5 of Cups. Busted tires and something coming in the background for you. Everything going wrong. But then the 9 of Cups, you got it all back. Your bike's all polished back up. I do like, they didn't phone in the cups at least. 10 of Cups. Flying high on your skateboard. Page of Cups. Yes, accurate. Yes, so accurate. One of my faves. Knight of Cups. King of Spokes. Oh, they put the king before the queen. That's interesting. I love that. They purposely put the king coming before the queen in these decks. I like that because this show is about female empowerment for sure. There's 11 as the Queen of Cups. I feel like she should be the High Priestess. All right, Ace of Strands. What did it say? Strands was wands. Ace of Wands. A spark. An idea. I get it. See, now here's where they phone it in. Look, the 2 is just the 2. The 3 is just the 3. There is a different background though. Like that's traveling to the woods in that one. The 4 of Wands, that is their home. All right. 5 of Wands, bright ideas leading to problems. 6 of Wands, wanting some attention. being a hero. 7 of Wands, your posse protecting you. 8 of Wands, can't untangle that ball of, you know, stuff. Chaos. 9 of Wands, wounded warrior. 10 of Wands, joy, losing her shit. That is a beautiful card. I felt that energy so bad. God, she is such a believable mother, all right? Winona Ryder does an exceptional job portraying my energy as a mom, a chaotic hot mess, but will kill for her children, all right? Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands. Who is that? Why do I don't know a lot of these. Like, I have no idea who that is. Queen of Wands. Oh yeah, that's what's her name? I can't remember her name right now. I have not seen this show in so long. The main girl, the one kid's sister. Ace of Scoops. What was Scoops? Scoops was Pentacles? Yeah. Love that. But here, look, phoning it in kind of again. 2 of Scoops. What do you choose? 3 of Scoops. Let's marry them all together in a Sunday. 4 of Scoops. Shove them all in one cup. Keep them tight. Don't give them any room to breathe. Oh, the 5 of Scoops. Your cone's breaking. It's all going to fall on the floor. That's cute. 6 of Scoops. Sharing your ice cream with your friend. 7 of Scoops. Where do you start? Which flavor do you taste first? It was like Baskin Robbins. 8 of Scoops. See, like, immediately looking at these, you wouldn't really understand what was going on here. 8 of Pentacles, though. There's like 2 perfectly formed scoops coming together. 9 of Scoops. I'm underwhelmed by the scoops. 10 of Scoops. Page. They're just going to put her for the page for everything. Knight of Scoops. Knight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. Now we got Ace of Dice. This is the Ace of Swords. Oh, that's cool. That's the die from Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, so cool. This is all, the swords is all the strategy from the Dungeons and Dragons game. So I will be able to keep that straight. 2 of Dice, 2 of Swords, not knowing which path to choose. 3 of Dice, 3 of Swords. Chose wrong. Somebody died. 4 of Swords. We're going to replenish in our little tent. 5 of Swords. All the weapons, bringing them to the table for the battle. We're going to win this battle no matter what. We're bringing everything to the table. 6 of Swords. Here there be monsters. 7 of Swords. All that glitters is not gold. I immediately got that from that card. 8 of Swords. Can't go anywhere. You're surrounded. 9 of Swords. Uh-oh, something's emerging. We're nervous. 10 of Swords, and it's let loose. I'm underwhelmed by these swords. I am. I'm going to say that. Page of Swords. Yes. Curiosity killed the cat. Knight of Swords. Our team is going to come do battle for us, though. King of Swords. I have no idea who that is. Somebody tell me. And the Queen of Swords. Yes. Blunt. To the point. All right, here are the majors. We got the World first. We have Judgment. Oh, that one hurts. That one hurts. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. My friend Lauren is going to die. The sun. Yes, his pure little energy. Perfect. Yes, the moon. The Star, the Peacemaker. Hell yeah, I love him so much. The Tower. What have we done? The Devil. Who's that? Oh, those are the people from the lab. Good. That's a great representation of devil energy. Because devil energy always gets like a bad rap, but like devil energy leads to great things. That urge to succeed and that urge to push the boundaries and to go outside the box, not go with the grain, has led to great discoveries, but it's the manner, you know, of like, can we then harness that devil energy and that fuel, that fire, and not corrupt that energy? They corrupted it. They did make great discoveries. They opened a damn portal to the other, you know, underworld. Great discovery, all right? But then they perverted it. So they abused the devil energy. Temperance, that's beautiful. He is temperance. He's always trying to make things right with everyone. Death, oh, Barba. I remember her. The Hanged Man, yeah, his fate was sealed. Justice, love it. She is so fair, all right? Wheel of Fortune, oh, the waffle. The Hermit, oh, 11. That's a good one. Strength, oh, there's Max. That's perfect. She reminds me of such a Leo with her red hair. Oh, this is great. The Chariot, Hopper's Truck. The Lovers. Is that Mike in 11? That doesn't even look like 11. I don't know who that is. Hierophant. Oh my God. He is a stickler, all right? Of course Hopper is the Emperor. I love that. And of course Joyce is the Empress. Thank you, perfect. God, that's me as a mom in my bathrobe with my crazy fucking Christmas lights, Halloween lights for me. Also ready to kick some ass though. Okay, good. 11 is the High Priestess. I was like, she better be. Oh, stop. I'm gonna cry. The Magician. I forget his name, but I remember his story. Sean Astin. The Fool. Will. Perfect. All right, I love this. I love this a lot. I like this deck. I like it a lot. All right. Go ahead and give me my shuffle test here. If you're a collector, I mean, if you're a fan of the show, you need this deck. It's stunning artwork. I am a art reader. They did phone in some of the minor arcana, but not all of them. So it's not a total, you know, waste. I'm sure the more I get to, you know the deck, I feel like I'll get more out of it. They shuffle real nice out of the gate. The cards are somewhat waxy, but not too waxy. They are a little rough around the edges. It's definitely a cheaper card stock than the Disney decks for sure. But it's not anything that you would, you know, not want to purchase the deck for. So yeah, shuffle test is good. Let's get into a 3-card reading. What did it say? The problem, how you should act, and what not to do. That's what we're going to do for all 12 signs now, all right? What do I start with? I'm starting with Libra because it's your birthday, Libra. Focus on Libra's problem. Tell me what Libra needs to know, what the main issue is regarding, what to do and what not to do for Libra. Strength. That's the issue. What should we not be doing? How are we exercising that strength? The Wheel of Fortune, don't tempt fate. Big message there. Wow, 9 of Swords in the reverse. That's what you don't do. The 8 of Swords in the reverse. This is a mental conflict with you guys, Libra. Big shocker. Your own energy showed up here with Leo energy and Scorpio energy. What you need to do, the advice that you need to do is let everything get upended. You need to let the change happen. You're being very strong. You guys are going through a very tumultuous time, it feels like. It feels like a lot is very much out of your control. What you want at the bottom of everything here is to just free yourself from all of these thoughts, from all of these things that you feel like, all these obligations, I feel like, that are keeping you from doing what you want to be doing. You're feeling very stifled by other people, all right? You're feeling very pressured into other situations that you don't want to be in. What they don't want you to do is increase any of this anxiety. You got the 9 of Swords in the reverse here, which is like extra anxiety and terrible, agonizing over things. At least for me as a reader. I don't know what the book says. Doesn't matter. I'm giving you my intuitive take, and then I'm going to read the book for you, okay? What they want you to do is Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Not try to direct this, not try to steer this, not try to Call in your own justice, which is hard for a Libra. You're putting on a brave face right now. You're almost being too tough. You're withstanding too much. They want you to like let go and let the chaos in. That's not, it's very counterproductive or counterintuitive for a Libra to do that. You guys want balance. You do not want things shaken up, but they need to be, all right? There needs to be an upheaval. You need to go with it, all right? Don't fight against it. That is the main message for you guys. Let me read to you from the book, all right, what it says about your cards, Libra. Strength here. You had it upright. This is the issue at hand. It says Max Mayfield makes her own rules, and when this card zooms into your reading, she's inviting you to do the same. Her strength comes from confidence, independence, and knowing herself, including when to speak her mind and when to stay quiet. Although people might underestimate you, it's crucial that you follow Max's example. Wield your formidable influence, but don't flaunt your power, all right? Then you had number 10, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. All right, so that is like what's going on. You do have a lot of power, and they need you to wield it in the appropriate way, all right? Know when to be quiet, know when to speak up, know when to, you know, keep it in balance, keep it in check. There's the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. This says you are blocking this card by taking change personally. Perhaps your best friend is moving to follow their dreams, and your reaction is to center your sadness, refusing to help them pack, skipping their going away party, and picking fights. None of these things will prevent the move. They will only sever your friendship. Work on accepting what the wheel spins your way instead of wasting your energy fighting it. That's what it is. You're being stubborn about this change. They don't want you to be. They want you to let it happen. A lot of y'all, things are changing all around you, and you're mad because you're not getting that same good fortune. You're gonna get it, all right? You can't, by celebrating other people's good fortune and putting out that positive energy and like being genuinely happy for other people succeeding, you can ride that wave as well. When you put out a good vibration to match another good vibration, instead of acting, you know, out of jealousy or acting out of, you know, stubbornness and not wanting to change, then you call in better energy if you stop acting against it. That's what you're not supposed to, that's what you're supposed to be doing, is letting go and letting the gods, all right? 9 of Swords in the reverse is what you should not be doing, all right? So this 9 of Swords technically, you know, in the regular tarot is just about sleepless nights and anxiety and not being able to calm yourself down, all right? Here is that card. You had it in the reverse. It says, oh wait, that's the 9 of Spokes that I'm reading. What am I doing? There it is, 9 of Dice. You had it upside down. It says, you have worked through something significant, recovering from a possession perhaps, and are finally starting to feel at peace. Congratulate yourself on facing your fears and hang on to the sensation of relief as a reminder for yourself the next time anxiety gets the better of you. When you reflect, were things as scary as you thought they'd be, or was most of it in your head? This is what they don't want you to do though, okay? So I have to warn you against being passive or feeling like the worst is over. I feel like you need to be prepared for another storm. You need to not, you know, be so relaxed right now. This astrology is meant to throw you curveballs. A lot of you guys feel like the worst is over. A lot of you guys, it says, you know, the energy, it's like not wanting to anticipate fate coming for you, but at the same time, be ready for it. It's like that always be prepared motto, all right? Like a Boy Scout. That's what they're wanting from you, Libras, all right? All right, next, on to Scorpio. Mommy's favorite. Right at 3333, Scorpio. Nice. Meant to be. I'm telling you, you guys are getting all the blessings. Your astrology is amazing coming up. Especially for people with Scorpio ruling like the 2nd house or the 7th house or anything where you want like relationships, money, anything like that, career, whatever house that Scorpio is ruling in your chart, it's going to be seen in abundance if you have heavy placements there. What does Scorpio need to know from this deck? What's the major issue you want to draw attention to for Scorpio? Give them advice on what to do and what not to do. I always say you guys are my favorite. I'm a Scorpio moon. And Scorpio rules my second house, so I bring that Scorpio energy down to earth. I live in it, in that second house. And one more shuffle for Scorpio. All right, the issue, Queen of Spokes, Queen of Cups, upright. Interesting. That doesn't really seem like an issue. Are these 2 cards or 1? I guess not. 2 of dice. No, 3 of dice in the reverse. That's the 3 of swords in the reverse. Yuck. That's what they want you to do. They have 2 of swords. You have all swords coming up for you, Scorpio. That is not Scorpio energy. 2 of swords in the reverse. What not to do. Bottom of everything. 8 of spokes. All right. Wait, you have spokes, and dice. It's not all swords. I'm still, sorry guys. Like I said, my first time using these. Spokes are cups. That is your energy. 3 of your 4 cards are cups. Okay, now I feel better about that. The issue here is you acknowledging your feelings. The Queen of Cups is emotionally secure, all right? She knows how she feels. She has no questions about that. She has sorted all of those emotional issues out. What they do not want you to do is revert back into this heartache, all right? You have the 3 of swords in the reverse, is to not let things come back up from the dead to haunt you. 3 of swords energy is painful. It is heartbreak. It is losing something. It's feeling betrayed. It's feeling like something came to an end that you did not want to come to an end. What they don't want you to do is feed that anymore, all right? They want you to leave the past in the past. Let it lie. Don't try to resurrect something, all right? What they're advising you not to do here, all right, is the 2 of spokes in the reverse. To make split decisions or to break, your stalemate. I don't know why I get a lot of you guys are, because Queen energy is very internal, all right? You got 8 of cups here, meaning that you have, realized your worth and you are gone with the wind and you've, regained your composure about everything. They don't want you to get re-triggered or, revisit this ending anymore. They don't want you to choose to go back to it, all right? They want you to stay in the 2 of swords position where you are not budging, all right? They want you to stand firm. They don't want you to, give up yet, all right? Is what I get with that. Let's read your cards. Queen of Spokes, upright. I have this little 11, flipping a van. It says, guided by her intuition and deeply linked to the psychic world, 11 is a dynamic representation of the Queen of Spokes. When she comes to you, it's to help you recognize your strength. This queen rules with love both for herself and others and is driving you to protect your friends, especially those who can't take down the same kind of monsters as you can. You are being strong for everyone. That's the issue, though. Is that serving you? All right. I'm seeing, 3 of swords popping up, which means defending people has been painful, or it's been, to your detriment. Let's get this 3 of swords in the reverse here. All right. This is what you are supposed to be doing. All right. The 3 of swords in the reverse. Resentment is weighing you down, and try as you might to forge ahead, you are not truly ready. Stop going through the motions and allow yourself to thoroughly process whatever happened, because until you do, you're keeping yourself in a cycle of agony. You're putting on a brave face. You're not wanting to address the pain. You're wanting to act like this shit didn't hurt you. You're not wanting to, feed you don't want to let them see like that they've won, or that they got one over on you, or that they did, put a knife in your back. You're telling yourself on the inside, this is the issue, all right, the Queen of Cups, that you feel like you've balanced your emotions out about this. I don't feel like you have, because I feel like there's things that will come up that will, re-trigger whatever this is. Because you got the 2 of Cups in reverse here. That's what you don't want to do. That's that Scorpio jealousy coming back up, and that's that, need to get revenge or, make somebody hurt as much as you hurt, all right? That song by The Far Side. I don't want you to cry any more than I cried, just at least as much. Yeah, I want you to hurt just at least as much as I did. What they don't want you to do is resort back to the pettiness. 2 of Cups in the reverse. It says, love is in the air and you're letting someone special ride on the back of your bike yourself. The upside down two of spokes encourages you to adore who you are just as you are. No one is perfect, but everyone deserves a perfect love. And right now you're being called to appreciate, protect, and cherish yourself. Don't settle for anything less than the perfect love, all right? All right, Scorpio, that was your message. Next up, Sagittarius. What's going on with you guys? Your energy was really important, I felt like, in the astrology that I was breaking down today in that separate astrology video. So I highly suggest that you specifically check it out. Mercury and the part of fortune in the chart that I was looking at were both sitting in Sagittarius, or not in Sag, but they were in the 9th house, which is your house, all right? And I felt like that was a very telling thing, very fortuitous thing, and the need to exercise good Sagittarian energy was imperative right now to us bringing ourselves into a better place, all right, coming up. So please check out the astrology video. Link is in the description box below. All right, let's get these messages for Sag. What is going on with Sag? What is their issue? What advice do you have on what to do and what not to do? To be or not to be? That is the question. One more for Sag. All right, Sag. Ooh, the moon is the issue. Wow. The Lovers is your advice. Go with your gut. Go with your feels. You have the 9 of spokes. 9 of cups in the reverse is your... Okay, 10 of swords. You're torn, all right, about what direction to take something. There's a lot that the issue is that you feel like somebody's hiding something or that you're unable to express things properly. The issue is moon energy, all right, which is confusing energy. It's highly emotional energy. It's highly spiritual energy. It's very magical high priestess energy. The problem is your intuition. The issue is your feelings are too intense. What they want you to do here is Lovers, all right? Lovers is making a very rational choice, okay? Even though the Lovers is about love, it's Gemini energy. Gemini energy researches everything before they make a decision. They're always torn between two sides because they can always see the benefit in both things. They can always, you know, like find value in either path. They're not afraid to be the fool. Like they're okay with that. What they want you to do is make a definitive choice, and they want you to use logic while doing it and your heart. Gemini energy, Lovers energy here, making these hard decisions, it's balancing your head and your heart so that you make the correct choice. What they don't want you to do is rely on your codependency, your attachment problems, your fears of abandonment, all right? That's what the 9 of cups in reverse is. That's an overly possessive energy. That is an energy that is, you know, highly emotionally dependent on other people for their happiness. This is an energy of somebody who cannot stand on their own emotionally and needs to have a partner at all times to feel secure. And that is not an okay energy. That means there's something, you know, that you fear about being alone. You can't do that. They don't want you doing that. They don't want you making decisions based on that. But 10 of swords, they want whatever this fence riding is to end. You need to make a clear and logical decision to sort out all of these feelings, find out which ones are real and which ones are your attachments and which ones are your fears, all right? Because moon energy is very much about fear. It's in the dark. It's things that are done in the dark that people don't want brought to light. It's things that people are scared of exposing. You need to figure out which one of these are fears and which one of these are realistic, all right? And then make the decision to go towards the logical one that will do good for your heart, okay? But the time to end this is now. I mean, that's clear. That 10 of swords on the bottom, it's decision time, all right? And you better make it before Scorpio season comes around and makes it for you. All right, let's read your cards. You had the moon. There you go. You had it upright, all right, as being your issue. Are you being distracted by unnamed apprehensions or feeling like people are keeping information from you? 11 experienced this uncertainty when she began to search for her family instinctively, knowing that there was more to the story and unable to move forward in Hawkins until she had her answers. The moon represents unfinished business, gaining closure, and dispelling the anxieties that can hold you back. You are being held back because you don't want to make a choice. You're scared to pick a direction for whatever reason. You need to realize that that's, preventing your growth. It's preventing something from coming to you that you deserve. You had the Lovers upright as your advice. It says, neither Mike Wheeler or 11 know how to dance, but hand in hand under the glittering lights of the snowball, they chose to figure it out. And that's what the Lovers card represents. You are forming an important connection with someone, either platonic or romantic, and it's an exciting time, although you may be opposites in some ways or come from very different walks of life. Don't overanalyze it, just enjoy. Your advice on what not to do is the 9 of Cups or the 9 of Spokes in the reverse. All right, and here is that card. It says, you may have the coolest ride in town, but no matter what you do, it feels like something is missing. The upside down 9 of Spokes suggests that you need to practice introspection and examine whether you're doing things that make you happy or doing things to please others, all right? This is also like feeling like something is missing. This is like overly holding on to the ideal of like the perfect partner. Everybody's gonna have flaws, all right? Nobody is perfect, including you, all right? It's almost like a holier than thou, but you got to accept somebody. If it's real love, all right, you accept them for their flaws. Don't overanalyze people, or don't be overly spiritually woke or analytical regarding this choice. Make it more simple. I just got to keep it simple, stupid. All right, Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? Man, you guys have crazy astrology. So many planets have been in your sign recently, and Pluto is in your sign. And please go watch the astrology video that is linked below. You guys really need to understand that Pluto and Capricorn energy and why your life may have seemed completely chaotic as of late, all right? Let's see. What does Capricorn need to know? What does Capricorn need to know? Show me their issue and then show me what to do and not to do. Capricorn. That's the one. All right, Capricorn, you guys got the Knight of Scoops, the Knight of Pentacles. That is your issue. What a Capricorn issue. You have the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Wow. And you have Death in the reverse. You have the Lovers in reverse. You guys need to stand firm in your choices. You guys are too committed, all right? You're too loyal. The issue here is the Knight of Pentacles, all right? The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight that ever finishes what he starts, but he's the slowest knight in the deck. He takes forever to get there, all right? And he's very, stubborn and set in his ways. That's your issue, so I have to read this card like it's negative. This is you being fixated on, figuring something out. Being fixated on the fact that you have to finish whatever it is you started, all right? That you have to get to the end. You will not quit. You don't care how long it takes. The advice that they're giving you regarding this situation is the 8 of Cups in the reverse. What they want you to do, all right? They don't want you selling yourself short, all right? And they don't want you putting yourself in the situation where you're settling for less than, what you deserve, especially on an emotional level. A lot of you guys are pursuing whatever this goal is to your detriment, all right? It's taking more from you than it is giving. It is also starting to trigger you emotionally. It's also starting to make you feel like you're obligated to stay here. The 8 of Cups energy, a lot of times people will remain in that energy of not being truly happy because they feel like there's obligations or that there's ties that force them, all right, to stay in that energy and endure that unhappiness and not go after their 10 of Cups, which is their happily ever after. That's what they're telling you to not fixate on. They're saying don't be so focused on the end goal that you're losing, part of your soul like on the way there. What they don't want you to do here is Death in reverse, is to allow something to fester, is to try to cheat death is to avoid the very real, you know, decision, the finality of death. They don't want you avoiding that. They want you, you know, with the Lovers in reverse at the bottom, they feel like you haven't made a solid decision. They feel like you haven't seen things clearly and that you haven't drawn firm boundaries. They want boundaries from you, all right, is the biggest, you know, message that I'm getting from this. They want you to end whatever this fruitless pursuit is, I feel like. You've overly committed yourself to something, or you've tied your anchor to something that you feel like you have to see it through. I feel like you need to look at that as another way. At the bottom of everything is the Lovers in reverse. You're feeling like you don't have a choice in the matter, but you always have free will. And you need to know that, all right? All right, so your first card was the Knight of Scoops, which is the Knight of Pentacles, and it was upright as your issue here. It says Robin Buckley is a trustworthy and resourceful ally like the Knight of Scoops. She has a plan in place and the ample intelligence to bring it to fruition, even though she may have to grind a bit in the meantime. Although you may not be exactly where you want, the Knights, after all, represent the pursuit of a goal, and you're on your way. I feel like I need to warn you, is this the goal you actually want to pursue, or is this just like a pride issue right now, all right? You have the Eight of Spokes, which is the Eight of Cups in the reverse here. All right, for what you should be doing right now. It says, have you found yourself asking for everyone's opinion about what you should do? Are you wavering day by day, presenting yourself with endless counter arguments? You are spinning your wheels, waiting for the decision to be made for you. Yes, you are, all right? With the Lovers in reverse here, that's you dragging your feet. Death in reverse, that's you dragging your feet. That's you refusing to be the end-all, be-all and put an end to whatever this is. It says, you are spinning your wheels, waiting for the decision to be made for you, when the truth is you already know the right answer. The upside-down Eight of Spokes is urging you to listen to your inner voice, not what you had planned. Best laid plans, you know what they say, like they don't always come to fruition. Like you're not always going to get your way. Even if you did plan this out and you know that you can carry out this, you know, mission, do you need to? Is it time to bail? You have Death in the reverse for your advice on what not to do. There's old Barb. It says, when death is upside down, it suggests that you are on the precipice of a significant life change, but refuse to accept it. While it can be difficult to say goodbye, the risk of not doing so is stagnation, resentment, and anger. Set your sights on the future and trust that wonderful things are in store for you. A lot of you are going to regret it if you don't make this decision, because your life is going to be put on a trajectory that doesn't seem very much like where you wanted it to be. Just be very wary of what's going on and the important decisions that need to be made. They need to be made before Pluto gets out of your sign. Pluto wants reckoning. If you can end these things and do it, you know, before Pluto gets out of your sign, then you have control over the outcome more than you would if you know, let it ride. Don't let this ride. All right, Capricorn. That was your message. Let's move on to Aqua. All right, Aqua, what is going on with you guys? What messages do you have for Aquarius? You guys have Saturn hanging out in Aquarius, going retrograde and direct at different points this month. Saturn is a biatch of a planet, all right, to have affecting you in your major placements. So if you are watching this as an Aquarius sun, moon, or rising, you definitely need to watch the astrology video that I put up. You also need to do further research on Saturn in Aquarius 2022. Read up on that. That will explain a lot of why things are going the way they are going for you, why you might be feeling restricted, or why you may feel like you're running out of time, all right? Saturn is the Lord of time. He reminds you that time is precious and that you better not be wasting it. He wants you on task. He's a task master, and he's ruling your sign and then spinning retrograde through it and wreaking havoc again. So Aquarians need to have their ducks in a row when Saturn comes by to do his inspection. Two more for Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know right now? Tell me about their issue, how to fix it, and what to avoid. All right, first card. Page of Dice. Page of Swords. There's your energy. And you got the Ace of Swords. Y'all, look, this is pretty already cut and dry with this one. Page of Strands. Yes. And then the 6 of Strands. Look, a lot of you guys think you've got something figured out, and I need to warn you that you don't have the full truth here. A lot of you guys have put something to rest. This Page of Swords energy is inquisitive. The issue here is the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a learner, all right? He is a student. He is a Gemini who, you know, collects knowledge and investigates. He's an investigator. The issue here is either your investigations are off, or you're not investigating enough. You're not looking into something enough. You haven't learned enough about whatever this subject is. Because the advice that they're giving you is Ace of Swords in reverse. Don't take everything to be true. There is something that's being concealed from you, or you're not being honest about something that you've learned here, or you're not wanting to see some of the evidence that you've collected for what it is. The advice to you is Ace of Swords in reverse is to rethink what you have taken to be true. All right. Make sure also that you are being honest with yourself. It's also another side message to not share with everybody everything that you have learned. Some people need to learn these things on their own. Okay. You can't just, you know, teach a man to fish. You know what they say? Like, you teach a man to fish and then he'll eat for life. If you know, just give him a fish, he's going to starve. It's that kind of stuff. Like, it's knowing that you know best, but like, you're not gonna, you know, force other people to see it your way, okay? Some of you also are overly chatty or, you know, revealing too much. You need to tone it down a little, all right? Don't reveal everything up front. What not to do is Page of Strands, which is the Page of Wands. You have 2 pages here with the Ace of Swords in the middle and the 6 of Wands on the bottom of everything. 6 of Wands energy is victorious energy. It's like pomp and circumstance. It's wanting to be recognized. It's wanting to draw attention to yourself. It's wanting to be the victor. At the bottom of everything, there's something that you want to prove everyone, you know, wrong about, or you want to be recognized for something. I feel like there's a lot of conversations. I feel like right now you're on the verge of some greatness, but you haven't figured everything out yet with that Ace of Swords in reverse. You haven't, but you're very close. You are going to receive a victory here, but not until you learn a little bit more. What they're advising you not to do is Page of Wands. Go ahead and blurt everything out quickly without thinking. Just going with your passion and your gut and being excited about everything. You don't have all the facts yet, so they don't want you to proceed all the way with whatever this is yet, okay? Let's read your cards. Also, my son is getting off the bus right now, so there'll be that little fun interruption. My little blessings. I love them. All right, so you have the Page of Dice, and it is upright for your issue. It says, Will Byers is full of creative ideas, from stories to game campaigns to exploring the world of science. As the Page of Dice, Will is finding his voice and learning how to express himself. His presence in your reading encourages you to pursue your ideas or consider new ways of communicating your thoughts, because your thoughts aren't coming out the right way. Ace of Swords in reverse, because you still haven't got a hold of all of them yet. Like, you guys are still apprentices. Like, there's still some more you need to learn. If you come out too soon and blurt things out and are too eager, you're not going to come across as knowledgeable. You're not going to come across as knowing everything or being a scholar in the true right like you should, all right? You also have this Ace of Dice here in the reverse for your advice of what to do, all right? Where is that? Here it is in the reverse. It says, when upside down, this ace is warning you not to mix it up. You are being asked to get involved in an argument or settle a disagreement, but you aren't being given all the necessary information. There may be a great opportunity presented to you, but you're not being shown the whole picture. Trust your instinct, stay curious, and demand the full story. That's what I'm saying. You're missing facts, all right? You can't jump into this too quickly. They don't want you to act too quickly. The Page of Strands, like Page of Wands, does not, you know, think before he acts. They're advising you highly against that, okay? Let's see what it says, what not to do here. Page of Strands. Is there anything more thrilling than discovery? Dustin and Susie are flushed with the enthusiasm of forming a connection, relishing in the newness of one another. Like the Page of Strands, you might be bursting with energy, ready to embark on an adventure, but you aren't sure where you're going. Start making plans to reach for the stars and fly a fantasy. Yeah, you need to have a better strategy here and a better plan because you've not learned everything that there is to learn yet about this, all right? I'm going to pause this right here and take a short intermission and get my kid off the bus and wake my baby up. And then I'm going to come back and finish Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. All right, so we're almost halfway there. All right, y'all. One sec, I'll be right back. And I'm back. All right, let's get to Pisces. All right, Pisces. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Neptune is in Pisces right now, and I did talk about that in my astrology video. Go check that out. Is it Neptune in Pisces? Am I being crazy? Yeah, Neptune is retrograde in Pisces. That's right. That's gnarly. That's triggering a bunch of, 12th house stuff, which you guys are usually good with. Other people are probably struggling more than you to process those feelings. It also depends on how you have Neptune aspected in your chart to how that energy is affecting you the most, Pisces. You guys also might be being misunderstood by a lot of people lately with that retrograde Neptune stuff. You also might feel like you're, reaping a lot of bad karma, but I don't think it's bad karma. I think it's just, stuff you gotta clean up. Definitely check out the astrology video though. Links in the description box. I need 2 more for Pisces. What does Pisces need to be aware of? Tell me about their issue, what to do and what not to do. All right, Pisces, the issue, what is it? Ooh, the 4 of Wands. The 8 of Spokes, the 8 of Cups in reverse is what you do not do here. The 2 of Cups, the 8 of Spokes is what you're supposed to do. The 2 of Cups is what you're not supposed to do. The Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is on the bottom of your deck. This is a crazy reading, all right? The issue here is you've tied your anchor to something that is not healthy, all right? It's not good. You're so fixated on making this permanent, all right, with the 4 of Wands energy. The issue here is that you want to make something permanent, that you're trying to set up a home here. You're trying to set up shop, all right? What they're wanting you to do is realize that there's more here, that you're selling yourself short. They want you to really take a look at this and realize that this is not the end all be all. This is not as good as it gets, all right? There is more out there for you. You're not seeing that, all right? You're feeling like this is like your last chance at something, or you're feeling like the need to force this energy to stay or to become permanent, not realizing that you doing that is to your detriment, and it's going to be, end up with you settling for less. They are telling you very strongly that what they don't want you to do here is 2 of Cups. Feed into some soulmate thing. Immediately what I got with this Pisces is somebody who, claims they're in a twin flame connection. Like, we've been had a connection for 8 years, but I know that one day, blah, blah, blah. That twin flame stuff is so toxic. Like, I don't believe in that at all. I don't. I feel like it's a gimmick. I feel like it's used to get views and to feed very negative, the negative Neptune energy. It's meant to cloud judgment. It's meant to make people think that there's a chance when there's not a chance. It's meant to give people false hope and delusions, all right? It's a delusional concept. Most of the people that come to me for personal readings and that, talk about twin flames on my channel sound completely and absolutely delusional. It's a way to justify somebody's shitty behavior, and it's a way to delay the inevitable and delay that tower moment of having to accept that something is over. All right? Holding out false hope for something that is like they made itself very clear that it refuses to be a firm and stable part in your life is toxic, all right? It's not healthy. They're telling you at the bottom of everything, you're creating a bad fortune for yourself. You're reversing your karma by trying to tie, you know, literally put a ring on whatever this is. A lot of you guys are like fixated, like this is the end all be all. This is my soulmate. I want this forever. Could never give this up. I don't care. A lot of you are fighting a losing battle. I'm getting 5 of Swords energy with this. You can't take a step back. That's that Neptune retrograde Pisces energy. A lot of you are thinking this about an ex, or a lot of you have an ex coming back to like try to, you know, stir things up and get another chance with you to take back up shop. A lot of you are going to be presented with a commitment or some kind of a proposal to, you know, enter into some kind of contract with whatever this energy is. They want you to really think before you do that, all right? Is this everything that you want? Is this the perfect love, all right? And I know nobody's perfect, but like, you know if you're selling yourself short, Pisces. You're the most intuitive sign in the deck, all right? So yeah, all cups and wands. No rational thought with that, mind you, all right? Let's see here. Your first card is the 4 of Strands, and it is upright. This is the issue, all right, that we're talking about today. That's the 5. All right, there's the 4 of Strands, upright. It says the 4 of Strands is the cozy porch light on Hopper's house, welcoming you home for waffles and board games. It's time to relax, enjoy, and say yes. How can you use your resources to create community? What can you do to put yourself out there, socialize, and build new relationships? Now is the time. This is the issue, all right? You're either stuck in a relationship that you're fixating on and you're not even willing to entertain other options, or you're just, you know, not putting yourself out there at all, or you're trying too hard to get this feel-good, nostalgic place set up for you. You're rushing into it, all right? You then have the 8 of Spokes in the reverse. That's been coming up a lot today. Where is it? There it is. For what you're supposed to be doing right now, your advice. It says, have you found yourself asking for everyone's opinion about what you should do? Are you wavering day by day, presenting yourself with endless counter arguments? You are spinning your wheels, waiting for the decision to be made for you. I feel like Capricorn got the same card in the same position. It says, when you know what the truth is to begin with, like you know what the decision should be. You already know the right answer. It says the upside down 8 of Spokes is urging you to listen to your inner voice. You don't want to listen to the little voice in your head. You want to ignore that. You want to ignore the doubts. You just want to proceed with it because it does seem very fantasy-like, whatever this is. So warning, don't over-romanticize this, Pisces. It's what this looks like to me. It's calling in bad fortune. You're overlooking a lot of bad behavior, glossing over some very important details, all right? What you should not do is the 2 of Cups. This card finds you riding in tandem, so in sync with another person that it's hard to remember a time before they were in your life. This could be a platonic pal or even someone you met at a science camp, but whatever the type of bond you're forming, this card confirms that it's significant. There is no certainty with any relationship, but the 2 of Spokes indicates that even if things do end, you won't ever regret having this person in your life. I feel like the opposite of, I mean, they're telling you not to do that. You will regret this. The Wheel of Fortune in the, you know, reverse is on the bottom of your deck. That's a big regret. That is a, you know, bad judgment call that leads to bad fortune. So stop overly, you know, being overly romantic about whatever this is and put on some very harsh goggles to review this situation, Pisces. All right, that's what I got for you guys. All right, let's move on to Aries. All right, what's going on with Aries? Aries, I'm gonna spell your name. A R I E S. All right, Aries, let's get it on. Ooh, 4 of Swords is the issue here. I don't feel like you're taking too long, too much recuperation time, Aries. Yeah, 2 of Swords. In the reverse here, that's your advice. Stop sitting in this energy. Stop over analyzing. You got 2 of Pentacles in the reverse for what you should not do. On the bottom of everything is the King of Spokes, the King of Cups in the reverse. You got your feelings hurt, Aries. The bottom of everything is the King of Cups in reverse. This is somebody who's emotionally manipulative. This is somebody who doesn't express their feelings correctly. This is somebody who is either withholding of love or overbearing with love. It's somebody who doesn't love properly. It's somebody who is mean for the sake of being mean. It's somebody who preys on people with good hearts. You, the issue here is that you're still trying to get over that. You're still trying to recover from that. You're still trying to process either why this person treated you so unkindly or why it is that you feel like, you know, the 2 of you could not open up to each other the way that you should have. You've been dwelling on this for a very long time. You've set up shop here. The issue is that you have been hermit mode for too long, all right? The advice that they're giving you is very clear. 2 of Swords in the reverse. Quit over analyzing. Quit trying to figure out why this happened. Quit trying to get to the bottom of everything. You read like a Gemini with this. It's like you can't process why this pain happened or why these actions happened or why a lot of you guys did something that you regret and you can't understand why you acted in such an immature way. All right? It goes both ways. Either someone did this to you or you did that to them. What they want you to stop doing, all right, the advice that they're giving you is 2 of Swords in reverse. To just get over it, you know, make a choice. You have to pick one direction or another. You can't sit in limbo anymore. 2 of Swords energy is about sitting in limbo. 4 of Swords energy is sitting in limbo. You're laying down in a coffin, like trying to sleep on this sort of truth. And like all you can think about is the pain. You can't get out of your little hole. Like you need to get out of the hole. They want you out of the hole. Cut yourself free from whatever this mental prison is that you're sitting in. It's emotional pain. It's emotional trauma. And it's like a need to be able to express your emotions like in a very appropriate way, in a very true way. What they do not want you to do is 2 of Pentacles in the reverse here. They don't want you to just tap out. They don't want you to give up. They don't want you to feel like you don't have any options. They don't want you, you know, just shutting down. They don't want you to give up, all right? That's all I can say. They also don't want you to think that, you know, you're too much. I don't know why I have to say that. Like, you're not too much. Don't feel that way. Don't feel like you're too much or that a relationship is too much or that you can't handle it or that it's going to throw you off balance. I feel you fearing that, all right? All right, let's read your cards here. The 4 of Dice. Let's give you your book message. 4 of Dice upright as your main issue here. It says cooperative play can be wonderful, but sometimes what you really need is a break. Go see a movie at Starcourt Mall, hit up the arcade, or read some comic books. Whatever you do, the 4 of Dice insists that you reclaim time for yourself. Solo adventures can help clear your mind, quiet your body, and leave you refreshed and ready for the next dungeon crawl. Problem is you've been in that energy for too long. Y'all are like distracting yourselves with video games or distracting yourself with reading or, you know, sleeping too much or just refusing to, just like checking out mentally instead of like making active decisions to do something. Your advice is the 2 of Dice, which is the 2 of Swords, and it was in the reverse for you. It says your emotions are on high alert, making you extra sensitive to any misunderstandings. This can also mean that you aren't thinking clearly and are more susceptible to making rash decisions. Before you do anything drastic, sit out a few turns and return to the game with a clear head. They want you back in the game. They want you to clear your head. They want you to stop fixating on whatever this is that you're doing with this 4 of Swords and put yourself back out there. Try again. I just got Aaliyah. Dust yourself off and try again. You can dust it off and try again. Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off and try again. Yeah, rip Aaliyah. What time was Aaliyah? I don't even know. Somebody look that up. Put it in the comments. 2 of Scoops in the reverse. This is what you should not be doing, all right? It says, when upside down, this card speaks to you of creating structure. As you incorporate something new into your life, you are going to need to intentionally reassess and prioritize the other needs in your life. Avoid shortchanging your relationships as you need love and support along the way. I feel like this is you being overly indulgent is what I feel like with that card. They don't want you to create structure. I feel like this is almost like the Hermit when I see this 4 of Swords here. Like you become so accustomed to being alone that it's like a routine. They don't want you in that routine, all right? They want you mixing things up, all right? All right, Aries, that was you guys. Let's move on to Taurus. All right, what is going on? Aries, you ended at 1414, like on the nose. Temperance energy. Balance, work, and play. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Shout out to The Shining. You'll go crazy getting in that crazy, you know, being alone. You need human interaction, some of you. A lot of you are also distracting yourself with a bunch of, you know, frivolous human interaction. Not meaningful human contact. Just, you know, throw away. You get my drift on that. All right, Taurus, what's going on with you guys? What is the message for Taurus? What is the message for Taurus? Y'all have it real rough, all right, with the eclipse happening on, you know, the Taurus Scorpio node. Taurus placements are having a really hard time, possibly, all right? It is what you make it, though. Suggest you watch the astrology video, though. All right, your issue right here is the Page of Wands in the reverse. Somebody had Page of Wands upright. Who is it? Aqua? Maybe? What you need to do is the Six of Wands. Do not, all right, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Three of Scoops in the reverse. Oh, you know what? That was not the card. I picked up two. The Fool in reverse. Do not be stupid. Do not, you know, hesitate. A lot of you are hesitating. Why, Taurus? The Hangman in reverse, because you don't see it like everyone else sees it. A lot of people see more in you than you do in yourself. What the issue is here is the Page of Wands. You're either being super childish and like not communicating things in a proper way, or you're completely withholding your joy and your, you know, your passions and what you actually want to talk about and what you actually want to pursue. A lot of you guys are holding back communication. You're not saying what you really feel. You're not speaking your mind, all right? That's the issue here. Or you're overly exerting your will onto people. What they want you to do here is exercise the wand energy in a proper way with these Six of Wands here, all right? Six of Wands energy is about, you know, being noticed, being seen, being celebrated for good things, all right? A lot of you guys, the way that you're approaching this, you're either not going to get noticed or you're going to be noticed for the wrong thing, all right? Because there's a way that you're going about expressing this that's not mature, or that's not grounded, or that is not, you know, true to how you actually feel, all right? And what you want, what you're passionate about, all right? It's like you're dimming your shine for what? Or you're trying too hard to, you know, prove your shine. Take it as it resonates for you. What they're telling you not to do here is the Fool in reverse. They're telling you not to act stupid, not to, you know, look before you leap, not to hesitate. They want you to just go with your gut, go with your instincts. You're an earth sign, all right? You don't like unpredictability. Fire will, you know, cause a forest fire on the earth and destroy everything, okay? When fire boils up, volcanoes erupt on the earth. Fire energy scares you. You guys like consistency. You guys like stability. You don't like unpredictability. You can't see it, this conversation, or, you know, getting noticed or getting the accolades that you deserve. A lot of you guys don't want to speak up for yourselves in a work context or in a, you know, in a dynamic of some sort. You're not willing to, you know, sell yourself to other people. You can't see this conversation as any other way but you looking stupid for whatever you say. That's not true. There is a way that you can get noticed for the right reasons and get the respect that you deserve. Because I feel like a lot of you guys, that the issue is like, you're not even bothering trying because you feel like it's like a lost cause or whatever this is. So you're not even going to attempt to, you know, put your needs out there or speak your mind in the, you know, correct way. All right, let's read your card definitions to you. Page of Strands in the reverse was your issue here, all right? It says, Dustin and Susie are determined to make things work despite the distance and technological obstacles. How can you emulate their dedication? You may be experiencing hurdles of your own, and while your frustrations are valid, stay focused on your desired outcome. You'll get there eventually. You guys have lost sight of your outcome. You've like put it on the back burner. You can't even see your outcome anymore. Hangman in reverse. You feel like no one cares about your outcome or what you want. That's not true, all right? That's not true. Got a lot of Aries energy in here, Taurus, a lot. A lot of you have Aries moon or rising signs. So your advice on what you should be doing right now is making yourself known and seen with the Six of Wands upright. It says, your success is shining brighter than the neon Starcourt Mall sign and everyone is noticing. Be proud of yourself. Right now, you are having a moment that deserves celebration. Be careful of the victory hangover, however. Once the party is over, you may wonder whether things will ever be that good again. Use the accolades you've received as a reminder of your potential. If you stay on track, you'll triumph. A lot of you guys have like lost faith in yourself, or you've had somebody, you know, change your opinion of your strengths. They've torn you down to the point where you are scared, all right, to exert your will. Your will is important. What you guys want, you need to make that abundantly clear right now. Your advice on what not to do is the Fool in reverse. It says, it's perfectly reasonable to fear the unknown, but it's worth asking yourself whether what you're really afraid of is not being in control. That's what I said. You guys don't like unpredictability. You need to let go of control here and just let it fly. All right? Life is filled with surprises, some larger and more terrifying than others, but you can't let that prevent you from forging ahead. All right? You got to, it's time for you guys to draw attention to yourselves, and that is not a Taurus thing. I hope you do have a heavy, you know, Aries placement so that you can do that necessary foolishness that you need to be doing right now. It's very anti-Hierophant energy, what they're requiring of you. But that's the message, Taurus. Take it as it resonates. All right, my little Gemini babies. What do we got left? Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. 4 more. What's Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know? What is their major issue? What is the best advice on how to proceed with that issue? And what should they avoid at all costs regarding this issue? And give me one more for what's at the bottom of all of this. All right, Gemini, recent past, Queen of Cups. Who had that first time? Libra? Was that Libra that had it? Same position. You have the Two of Swords for what you need to do. That feels like 2 cards. These keep tripping me out. I keep feeling like they're 2 cards, but it's not. That is not 2 cards. You need to wait. Yeah, don't move yet on your feelings. That's a clear message. That was an easy one. Yeah, Ace of Wands in reverse. Queen of Cups is highly intuitive. What I get with this is that your intuition is, I feel like it's off, all right? I also feel like you feel the need to wreck shop with something. You feel the need, you're triggered about something. That Ace of Wands in the reverse, that on the bottom of everything, it's like someone snuffed out your spark, or they've, you know, it poured fuel on the fire is what it feels like. They've done something to agitate you. Ace of Wands in reverse is either, you know, complete lack of motivation, or it's being very, how do I say it? Single focused and single minded on a, you know, destructive path. Okay. Clear advice about what not to do here. Like they, don't want you to ignore your feelings. All right. Knight of Cups in the reverse here, or Knight of Pentacles in reverse here. They don't want you to give up on whatever this is, but they do want you to slow down. There's something that you need to think about before you spew out whatever this is. Geminis cannot help but to say, you know, everything and anything. My Venus is in Gemini. My oldest son is a Gemini. I love Gemini energy. Most of the men that I attract are Gemini moons. My midheaven is in Gemini. I fucking love to talk, all right? I always spew my feelings. I am very transparent with everything, including the way I feel. There's a situation here that is like, there needs to be a discussion about feelings, but the time is not right now. Ace of Wands in reverse on the bottom, it's not the right time. Somebody is not ready to have the conversation, all right? They're not ready to initiate with the Ace of Wands in reverse. That's at the bottom of everything. Somebody's not ready to draw attention to that or to get excited about having this talk. You are, because you know how you feel about it. Your advice is the Two of Swords, is to sit still and to wait, all right? To pause before you spew everything out here. They don't want you to keep everything to yourself, but they do want you to be more careful about when you reveal certain things, especially in an emotional context here. You have to read the room, all right? And you have to realize when the other person is ready. Gemini's minds move at a million miles an hour. They don't like pausing. They don't like to sit still. They're like Mercury energy. They're fast. They're winged messengers. They want to constantly be having the conversation. They want to have open lines. They want to, discuss things to their death, till they're blue in the face. Somebody's not willing to have that discussion yet, so you have to let them get there. You will be able to, let your feelings out. It's not holding your feelings in, but it's like letting them go at a way that is not overwhelming to other people, all right? All right, let's read what the book says about these, Gemini. The Queen of Spokes. And again, I want to say it was Libra that had that. Upright, this is your issue, guided by her intuition and deeply linked to the psychic world. 11 is a dynamic representation of the Queen of Spokes. When she comes to you, it's to help you recognize your strength. This queen rules with love, both for herself and others, and is driving you to protect your friends, especially those who can't take down the same kind of monsters as you. Someone can't take down this monster of their feelings yet. You need to protect them, all right? And your intuition is telling you that you already know how they feel, but you need to respect their boundaries, and you need to allow them to come out with this when they're ready to come out with it. I almost get the energy of like someone trying to force somebody like out of the closet or to like break up with somebody. It's like a major decision that they need to come to, on their own accord and do in their own time. You need to wait for somebody else to make the first move, and then, you spew your feelings. Is kind of what I feel with that. Two of Swords. It's not your fault that you know things before other people, all right? Your advice on what to do here, it says friends don't lie, but sometimes they do. The Two of Dice finds you at a crossroads with a relationship. You may be feeling that you aren't being valued, or you may have discovered dishonesty. If you want to preserve the relationship, it's going to require a saving role to increase communication. Otherwise, it's time to abandon the quest. I don't feel like you need to abandon the quest right now. I feel like you just need to wait. You need to sit a turn out, all right? Let them catch up. I feel like you're 5 turns ahead of these people. Like your mind just works more rapid than others, all right? A lot of people can't even follow Geminis in a conversation because they can't keep up, all right? They haven't caught up to you yet. They haven't caught on to the idea. They haven't seen the light, all right? You need to let them get there on their own. The Knight of Scoops, all right, is what you should not be doing in the reverse here. This is what they say to avoid at all costs. It says there's likely a sense of being underutilized or underestimated that's really melting your ice cream, causing you to wonder why you keep bothering to show up. Consider the upside down Knight as a nudge to seek fulfillment outside of your career. Take up a new hobby or enroll in a challenge class to keep your mind sharp. Yeah, you need a distraction, all right? Just don't go distracting yourself with something frivolous or that's going to take you out of your energy, all right? Don't make it a toxic distraction is kind of what I feel like with that, Gemini. All right, let's move on to Cancer. And then we got Leo and Virgo. All right, what is going on with my Cancer babies? I'm a Cancer myself. 28-degree Cancer. So close to being a little Leo. I'm actually on the Cancer-Leo cusp, so... Right now is the first day of the Libra-Scorpio cusp, all right? That's why I did the whole astrology video, because it's crazy, and we all need to, pay attention to what's going on right now as a whole. So please, Cancer babies, go watch that. Lilith and the Moon are sitting in Cancer today when I did the energy check-in in the house of relationships. So, yeah. That is serious, all right? Serious. Black Moon, Lilith, and the regular moon, both sitting in the most emotional moon ruling sign of Cancer in the house of relationships and partnerships and marriage. That's an intense energy. So please go check out the astrology video. All right, Cancer. Maybe one more. Whew. King of Pentacles in the reverse here. Cancer. Your advice, again, with the Six of Wands. You can make yourself, you know, known and seen without having to, you know, ram it down somebody's throat. I need to tell you that. Your way is not the only way, all right? Four of Wands here. Do not do that. Seven of Scoops, Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of everything. You're giving too much, all right, energy to something to the point where it's depleting you. The situation here right now is the King of Pentacles in the reverse. This is either somebody who's overly exerting their will and their power over somebody else, or it's somebody completely withholding. It's somebody who is bankrupt, who doesn't have anything to give, somebody who is bad with resources, bad with money, unable to commit, okay? This is either your energy or the energy of somebody you're dealing with. This is an unreliable energy, and that is the problem here. You desperately want to get this energy's attention, and I feel like you do need to make yourself known here. You deserve to be celebrated for something. That is your energy. They want you to, the advice is Six of Wands. Do not back down. Do not play small. Do not give up control. King of Pentacles in reverse is also somebody who refuses to take control. Somebody who refuses to be the center of attention. Somebody who wants to be a wallflower, who doesn't want to be the boss. You need to be the boss. You need to run the ship. You need to, you know, like Six of Wands energy is taking the flag and riding it on your pony and telling everybody, look, I won this battle. I know what's going on. Throw me my flowers, and then, you know, let me tell you how to win the next one. What they don't want you doing is the Four of Wands. Submit, you know, be traditional, commit to whatever this is, to give in, to back down, to sign this contract right now. Seven of Pentacles at the bottom of everything. You just want to give. You want to contribute. You keep wanting to spread your energy to other people, and you have too many irons in the fire. I need to tell you that. Not enough to control, all right? You've taken on too many responsibilities. You read like a Virgo in this. They want you to be very careful about who you're investing your energy into right now, because you're getting close to being depleted. It feels like Empress in reverse. It feels like giving to the point of exhaustion. They want you to not be giving and to not be, you know, trying to remain attached to energies that don't appreciate you or that do not see you for your true value and really celebrate you and what you bring to the table. They definitely do not want you tying your anchor to anything right now. They do not want you committing to anything permanently or attempting to stabilize something for somebody else. All right, it's kind of what I feel with all that. Let's read what the cards say here. I also feel like a lot of people are like vying for your attention, and you really don't know where to put it right now. You need to give it to the person who's deserving of it. The person who sees your worth and value and who will, you know, reciprocate that energy. All right, your situation that you're dealing with is the King of Pentacles in the reverse, the King of Scoops in reverse. It says, are you managing your money or is it managing you? Steve works to live and knows how to balance his personal life and his career. But when this card is upside down, it may reveal that you are struggling to do the same. All work and no play makes the King of Scoops a dull guy. I just said that for, who was that, Sag? Who did I say that for? I said that for another sign. I forget who it was. I literally said that same phrase because it's from The Shining. Anyways, I think it was Aries maybe? I don't remember. God, I don't remember. All work and no play makes the King of Scoops a dull guy. So get out there and enjoy what you've earned. See, Six of Wands energy here, that is receiving your accolades and getting your just desserts and getting to celebrate your achievements. You're not getting to do that because you're too busy. Like it seems like anything that you win or accumulate for yourself, you're passing it out to somebody else. The root of the problem is the Seven of Pentacles. You keep like investing in other people and other situations and spreading yourself thin. Six of Strands for your advice here. In the upright, what you should be doing in this situation. Where are you? There you are. It says, your success is shining brighter than the neon Starcourt Mall sign and everyone is noticing. Be proud of yourself right now. You are having a moment that deserves celebration. Be careful of the victory hangover, however. Once the party is over, you may wonder whether things will ever be that good again. Use the accolades you've received as a reminder of your potential. If you stay on track, you'll triumph. Yeah, do not be giving to anyone that does not fully appreciate you and recognize your value and what you're bringing to the table, all right? Don't commit to that. It's very clear here. Stop investing in other people's stability, all right? And focus on your own. What they do not want you to do, upright, it says the Four of Strands is the cozy porch light on Hopper's house, welcoming you home for waffles and board games. You got to stop being these people's safe space. I just have to say that. It's time to relax, enjoy, and say yes. How can you use your resources to create community? What can you do to put yourself out there, socialize, and build new relationships? Now is the time. There you go. All right, Cancer, that was you. All right, let's wrap this up with Leo and Virgo. All right, my lion gang. I love Leo energy. Everyone in my family has heavy Leo. My grandfather was like a Leo stellium. My baby's a Leo moon. My oldest is a Leo rising. I'm a Cancer Leo cusp, and my North Node is in Leo in the 12th house. I love Leos. L. E. O. All right, Leos. Aw, that's your own energy. That's the problem. Who's dimming your shine, Leo? Who's taking the wind out of your sails? Three of Spokes, Three of Cups. Whoever you're, God. If it makes you happy, then go get it, all right? Go back to it. Seven of Scoops here, not to do. The bottom of everything, the Two of Wands. Leo, you have too many flavors. You have too many choices. You're considering too many options. You have too many things that you want to get involved in. You just got like poo in the honey jar. You want to put your hand in too many things. What they do not want you to do right now is to, start new things. There's things that have not been taken care of yet, I feel like. You're also not in the position, the issue, underlying everything here is the Two of Wands and the Sun in reverse. You're unhappy, all right? So you desperately want a way out of that. You're trying to, figure out a way to stop feeling unhappy. What they're wanting you to do is Three of Cups. Go out with your friends, hang out with your family. Go back to your hometown. Do things that make you feel nostalgic and that make you feel good and that are lighthearted and fun. Three of Cups energy is not a commitment. It is not a, divine partnership. It is a loose, lighthearted, friendly, carefree energy. That's the advice that they're giving you. That's how you pull yourself out of this. A lot of you guys are trying to find another commitment or another relationship or a replacement for whatever it is that left or that has made you unhappy. There is a clear message for you not to be investing in that, not to be considering options right now, not to try to replace whatever was lost, but to try to work through the fact that it was lost. It's also wanting to make sure that you do not, just distract yourself from your unhappiness and that you deal with it head on, all right? There's a need to revisit the emotions there with the Three of Cups showing up as your advice. All right, let me read you your cards. Here's the Sun in reverse. This is your issue. He's so cute. Even when upside down, the Sun is never a truly unfavorable card, but in this position, it can suggest that maybe you've let your awesomeness go to your head. It's essential to have a healthy self-esteem, but it might be time to check your ego. Are you over-promising or under-delivering? Try operating within your capacity and you'll still shine. I don't feel like it's an over-assertion of ego. I feel like your ego was bruised, and I feel like you're trying to find a quick replacement to plug that hole, to, kind of give yourself a pat on the back, or to prove to somebody that you don't need them and that somebody else will pick you up, or that you do have a lot of options. A lot of you guys are like doing that shit where you act like you got all these options and you're trying to flaunt it in somebody's face. They don't want you doing that, all right? They want you to keep it lighthearted. Let's see here. Next card you had was the Two of Spokes, That is the, oh, Three of Spokes, sorry, upright. That's the Three of Cups energy. I don't think anyone's got this today, this card. There, that is right there. Your advice, it says, the friends who ride together stay tied together. And the Three of Spokes is inviting you to celebrate your people. No crew is tighter than the party, and their friendships have seen them through the good times, the bad times, and the downright strange times. Take inspiration from them and make time for your best friends. They deserve to know how much you love them. A lot of you guys have been wrapped up in relationships, so you've been ignoring your friend group, and that is why you're feeling all this unhappiness or this loneliness. They're still there for you to come back to. I want you to know that. A lot of you guys think they aren't, but they are. They're there for you still. What they do not want you to do here, Seven of Pentacles upright, is your sailor hat throwing off your game, blocking your most important asset. Maybe, but maybe you're pushing just a little too hard. Are you worried that everything you're doing will go unnoticed? It's valid to desire recognition for your efforts, but you are being encouraged to slow down, practice mindfulness, and take some time to appreciate where you are, even if it means wearing a dorky hat. This is what they do not want you to do, all right? They don't want you to settle for where you are, because where you are right now is unhappy, all right? They don't want you being extra cautious or extra, careful. They don't want you, trying to figure out how to get noticed or how to make more things come into your life or how to open up more avenues right now. They don't want you doing that. They want you to just go back to what you know makes you happy at the root. Things from childhood friends, childhood places, all right? Energies that's going to spark nostalgia and get you your spark back, all right? Another relationship is not going to do that. It's just going to muddy the waters and confuse things more. All right, Leo, that was you guys. And last but not least, my Virgos. I'm a Virgo baby and I'm a Virgo rising. Let's see what Virgo needs to know. V. I. R. G. Oh. Whoa. I don't know what to do with that. All right, Virgo. Here it is. 10 of Cups, or 10 of Pentacles. In the reverse is the issue here. Insecurities. 9 of Wands. You will make it through, all right? A lot of you are facing a lot of financial hardships here, or you're just feeling like nothing is secure, like nothing is permanent. They want you to remind you that you're stronger than you are. The 9 of Wands is having, the wounded warrior. You survived the battle. You guys are in the middle of the battle and you can't see how you're going to survive this. They want you to remind you that you will survive this. You get some Gloria Gaynor on. You will survive. Justice in reverse. Don't cheat yourself. Don't quit because it's getting too hard. Hermit energy on the bottom of everything. That's you. You feel like you're drowning, all right? I don't know if you're doing too many things for other people or if this is like you're just drowning in all of the things that you have to put back together for yourself. Everything feels very unstable right now. Everything feels very up in the air. Everything feels, like it's not here to stay, all right? You're like, also things that you were once tied to, all right? Or once you thought were there for good, 10 of Pentacles energy, that would be there forever, all right? That's not there anymore. It's like you're losing things, like your sense of normalcy and permanency is being taken away from you. And there's nothing you can really do about it except sit and reflect and try to figure out why it's happening. A lot of you guys are getting too lost in your emotions. You're getting too lost in the pain and the grief of whatever this loss is. What they want you to do is get tough. They want you to realize that you've already survived the worst of it. The worst of it is over, all right? You just got that one final boss to beat. They don't want you giving up. They don't want you cheating. They don't want you finding the easy way out with whatever this is. They also don't want you to justify whatever this was, all right? It was painful. Like you need to not accept any manipulation, or they also don't want you to sugarcoat whatever this is that happened because it is significant. They also do not want you to put yourself back out there. I feel like before you are all the way over this, until you feel stable, I feel like there's this need for you to sit still. You have to ride out this storm. That's the only way out of it, is to go through it. A lot of you guys don't want to go through it because you feel like you can't take anymore. But you can, all right? They want me to remind you that you are way stronger than you think you are, okay? Way stronger. All right, let's read what the book has to say about that. They don't want you to, also they don't want you like manipulating things to get the result that you want, or to speed things up, or to force anything to stay, all right? I have to be very clear about that. That message is very apparent here. All right, so what's going on with you, the issue, the 10 of Scoops upside down. It says the more you have, the more you want, or so suggests this card in an upside down position. You may be feeling pressure to keep up with certain expectations or a fluent image, but have you considered whether it truly benefits you? You are being urged to reconsider what's most important to you before pursuing something superficial and fleeting. If you keep pursuing things that are superficial, trying to keep up with the Joneses, or trying to compete with anyone around you, or try to be like anybody else, or to gauge yourself and your success on what other people are doing, that is when you end up with this karmic injustice as your final card here. All right, that is what you need to heal, is realizing that you don't have to be the best at everything. You do not have to be, doing the exact same thing as your older sister or your neighbor or whoever, or your ex, whatever. You do things at your own pace, and that's fine. All right. The 9 of Wands here, the 9 of Strands, is your advice about what to do right now. And it is upright for you. There you go. Every time you defeat a mini boss, you level up your powers. And the 9 of Strands is reminding you to keep your head in the game. You may find yourself amid an intense challenge where the closer you get to finishing, the more obstacles you face. This is going to pass, and you're going to emerge even stronger. They say this is like the final boss, all right? You guys are about to give up because you are being thrown roadblock after roadblock after roadblock. I feel like you're licking your wounds with that Hermit card at the bottom of everything. You're just kind of like disconnecting and checking out, trying to process what the hell just went on. You need to just go ahead and process it and go on and continue to finish that level. Because once you do, you level yourself up. Here's what they do not want you to do, Virgo. Justice in the reverse. It says it's time to come clean. You have not been the best version of yourself. Own up to your mistakes, take responsibility for your actions, and then move on. Everyone messes up, but now you have to decide whether you're going to let your ego stand in the way of healing. I don't feel like you have. I feel like you've already admitted your faults in this, but I feel like you can't swallow, forgiveness for yourself. It's like you almost want to, beat yourself up about why this didn't happen, about why this commitment didn't happen, about why this didn't get seen through. That's what you need to work through, the blame, the guilt, all right? It's not all your fault. Even if somebody made you feel like, I pick up gaslighting from this. I feel like somebody made you feel like it was your fault, or like you're the reason that everything crumbled. That's not true, all right? That's something that you need to work through. You need to process that and realize that it was not, it's 2 to tango, all right? All right, Virgos, that's what I got for you guys. That wraps up all 12 signs with the Stranger Things Tarot. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing and your little messages, and stay tuned to my other channel. I will be doing something there in the very near future, either going live or doing a bigger reading. I don't know. This one was pretty long, so yeah. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. Love y'all bunches. Bye.